complex character. Like in this particular book, those complexities in many ways come back to haunt him. The title of the book, Land of Wolves, comes from a Basque proverb that a land of strangers is a land of wolves. And in this particular book, Walt is trying to work his way back from the experiences that he had down in Mexico in depth of winter. A very, very different kind of book for me. It probably had the highest body count I hope I ever have to write, even to be honest. And when Walt gets ready to go down into Mexico against these drug cartels, to try and get his daughter back, Henry, standing there, gives him a pretty important piece of advice, and tells him, you are going into a war zone. You're not going into a police action. You're going into a war zone. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go back and find that guy that you were in Vietnam, that Marine investigator, and haul him back out of the Foot Locker and get to know him all over again, because that's the only way that you're going to survive. And so Walt does. And amazingly enough, he makes it back. The problem being that, once he gets back to Wyoming, you can't have an experience like that and not have those repercussions kind of stay with you. And so there he is, back in Wyoming, sitting with Vic, at the Busy Bee Cafe, looking down the main street, and he doesn't recognize it. Doesn't recognize his home. The place where he was born, the place where he was reared, the place where he got married, had children, had an entire career. It all just seems strange and kind of disassociated to him. And then it's even worse than that, in the sense that, in confronting that individual that he was in Vietnam, he's not the same man that he was. He doesn't even recognize himself. So not only is he a stranger in a strange land, but a stranger unto himself. And he's got to try and work and try and get back from that. And of course, the complications that are involved with that are the investigation, which involved a Chilean shepherd, who is what the technical term, is bushwhacked, sagebrush, he becomes sagebrush for being alone for too long of a period of time, and he commits suicide, or so they think. They think he might have hung himself. But of course, then as the investigation goes on, some complications start to arise, and one of those complications is actually a wolf that comes over into the Bighorn Mountains. We've got the largest wolf population in the lower 48 there in Wyoming, with the reintroduced Arctic wolves from Alaska, from Canada, that they brought in to the Longmire Valley over in Yellowstone. And every once in a while, one of them gets kicked out of the pack and goes out roaming on his own. And there's one happens to show up in the Bighorn Mountains, and he's oversized. He's kind of grizzled and gray around his muzzle. He's older. He's kind of crippled up, and off and out and on his own, and not knowing who he is or where he is. And amazingly enough, Walt Longmire kind of feels a little empathy for him, and I think you'll enjoy the book. As you guys know, I always like to flip back in time, and discover little things, about Walt and about the other characters too. And in this, in this book, it's no exception.